Hi everyone, it's Alisha Brasher here at Cosmic Gateway. This is the Intuitive Insights moving into the final or the third, fourth week of May. So from the 18th, I'm recording this for the next week for this particular card here. So let's get into it. Let's see what wants to come out. I hope you guys are having a lovely week so far. Let's see what wants to come through. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Really lovely spread coming through. Yeah, I've got some more here just to finalize that. Just want to see what's at the bottom here. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. So I just want to acknowledge the card at the bottom of the deck, so the ego card here. So false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative fear-based thoughts. I just want to say that I feel that potentially could be the energy that's coming up at the moment or at the beginning of the week. Just those negative looping thoughts that sort of come up as part of the process as you're moving forward. And I always say to people, if you're moving forward and you start to have all those thoughts coming up, know that you're moving in the right direction, because quite often when we're pushing forward and doing things, we're being led to down our path, that's a time where the ego wants to fight back with a vengeance and get really loud. So know that they are just thoughts. Know that they're just false sense of reality, and know not to take it too seriously. Like, acknowledge it. Don't try and fight it or resist it, because quite then it gets louder and louder. But just simply acknowledging it and knowing that that's not ultimate truth. That's coming from an egoic place. So I just wanted to mention that before I get into it. But we've got some lovely cards here. So the first two cards that came out were dream big. So let go, once again, let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. So it may be pushing through some of those mental barriers of, feeling that you're not good enough, and just pushing through that, knowing that you are, and that you were born here on this planet right now to do amazing things. And to not do them is to a disservice to the world ultimately. So look at the bigger picture and take the focus off yourself and how you can serve. And quite often flipping from that frame of mind of, oh, I'm not good enough, to, well, how can I best be of service, can really help shift the energy up. So connect in with that bigger picture, connect in with that big dream, that big aspiration, whatever you feel that your higher self, your soul is calling you to do. Really spend some time. As I look down at the screen, it was 333. So just take that time to really do that and acknowledge that, and pay attention to what your soul is calling and asking for you. So that, followed by that card, we have self-employment. So you're a born entrepreneur. Your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So I really feel like for this week, and I've got some other cards here, so bear with me, but I feel like this is really about soul calling, soul path, what you are being called to do in this lifetime. It's a really pivotal time right now, and there's more need for people to weave the magic that you hold to support people going through their awakening, their ascension. So notice that those mental thoughts that come up that are the kind of in the way or preventing you from moving forward in that, and taking that shift in perspective, and that mental shift, which can then really catapult you to the next level. So be courageous in that, and take some time to acknowledge those thoughts, but then move through them and see the opportunities that are coming up. On a side note to that, I'm looking at doing the next round of light workers call to duty. I haven't got a set date. I'm still wrapping up the first trial group, which has been an amazing success so far. We haven't fully completed it, but it's been lots of fun and some amazing talented people coming through. So, if you feel that, having guidance and doing a program to help you, fully establish your soul mission is something that resonates for you, my email is I haven't started officially advertising for it, but my email is in the description box below, and you can just email me asking or just expressing your interest to Lightworkers Call to Duty. And I will get back to you. But at this point, it's probably looking at around solstice, about mid next month, so June. So anyway, take the time this week to really allow that bigger vision of what you're being called to do and start to plant some seeds of inspiration and action. What else have we got here? We've got guidance and relationships. So we've got guidance, support, love, signs, direction, and then you've got relationships, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. I'll show you those cards here. I haven't used these cards in a while. This could be taken in a number of ways depending on where you're at, but obviously guidance is pretty self-explanatory. You are being guided. So really pay attention to the little signs and the synchronicities, the number sequences. Synchronicities seem to be at an all-time high at the moment. I don't think I can go, one day without seeing quadruple numbers everywhere. So, if you don't know what they mean, look it up but more importantly, connect in with what you feel that is saying to you. The universe is always speaking to us in code, and it's always in our own reference points. So pay attention to the signs that are coming up and where you're being guided and where you're being led. And if you have intuitive hunches to go to certain places or, guided action, really take the time to start to follow that and follow through with whatever you're being guided and led down. And so relationships, it could be a collaboration, it could be part of a divine partnership collaboration, it could be just soul tribe coming together. But yeah, the general feeling that I have from that, because that card has come up, it feels like there may be more people involved. So if there are, maybe reach out and connect with them. And start some conversations, or there just kind of feels like there's this kind of collaboration that's flowing through. So that's really lovely, really, really lovely. What else have we got here? We've got 2 of Earth, 4 of Earth, and the Wheel. So the 2 of Earth talks about too much going on at once, need to make a decision, consider more playful approach. And then the 4 of Earth, being too frivolous or cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. As I look at those cards, I think that's a really interesting point. I'm going to put my own spin on it. I feel that quite often when we're really serious and trying to really push things and get things up, quite often we can be eluded by that, it's almost like by forcing things or trying to make things happen in trying too hard can kind of push things away. So what I would say is being that joy, being that playful space, being that childlike wonder of your creation, and through that's where things start to line up and be more in flow, because you're emanating, and that's what you want to come through your work and your business and whatever projects is. You want that sort of joy, that love frequency to ripple through that. So if you're all clenched up and stressed and being really hard on yourself, then that's going to flow through into the work that you do. So take a more playful approach, be lighthearted about it, be playful, be joyful, and really enjoy what you're doing as an expression of yourself. And don't worry about the financial side of things. Know that as you take guided action, things will come into play. I just did a guided practice. Just did a guided meditation and a talk around abundance consciousness to the people on the subscription on Facebook. So if that's something that's interest to you and that's a real theme for you, I would suggest to go and have a look at that. if not, there's plenty of other material out there, but I just thought I'd throw that in. Just know that, tapping into that energy is, as I think as you're guided by your soul, you get gifted, you get guided into the right place of whatever you need to come in. When you're in that real ego, harsh kind of space, headspace, that's where, so, be really mindful about dropping into your heart space if you feel that you're more in your headspace. Finally, we've got the wheel. So a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. So, from that card, I feel like perhaps you have been working really hard and feeling like there's been this, pause, the brakes have been put on, nothing's moving forward. It's been frustrating in whatever this projects or business or ideas are. But it feels like, as by the end of the week, or you may be already tapping into that energy, things are starting to pick up forward motion. So remember that when there's a time of pause, it's always a time of evaluation. And sometimes, there's so many factors that need to come into play. So don't beat yourself up. Know that you're doing an amazing job. And yeah, exciting times on the horizon, no doubt. So I hope that reading has resonated with someone. I hope that's helped you in some way. If you are guided to work with me, I'm back doing sessions, energy alignment sessions, divine partnership alignment sessions, and of course, I love to do a lot of guidance and energy work around soul purpose and soul mission. So if that calls to you, all the details will be in the description box below. If not, have an amazing week, and I'll connect with you next week. All right, bye.